Because I don't think I still can.
Well, I can imagine it and I can hear it.
Can you hear it? Can you?
What do you hear?
We're hearing. What we can hear?
I can hear it.
You can hear all the chickens. You can hear all the geese.
I can hear it.
Oh gosh.
Mike can hear it already.
Gonna have
So if you see, are you recording that?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see in here, the Amish guys, they're taking a break right now. So we decided to come in here. So this is the showroom area. There goes my phone again. So as you can see in here, this will be the showroom entryway. People will come in. We'll have all kinds of supplies, chick supplies, from feeders and waters and heat lamps to whatever you need at the beginning of the day to come in and brood your chicks. You'll be able to leave here with it. We'll be offering brooders and everything. So, and we may even go into offering a little bit of, I don't really want to deal with it too much, but we may offer some chick starter and stuff like that, small bags. We feed Kalmbach feed. I've talked with my Kalmbach reps and stuff, and they're like, well, we have these small bags of chick starter and stuff like that. So something that just won't take up a lot of room, but we can have a few of here if people need it instead of running somewhere else, right? But there'll be a big counter. So between here is there'll be set up big double doors. There'll be a solid double doors here. And then there'll be a big counter in front of it here, probably about a 10, 12 foot counter. We haven't completely decided yet how long. And that there will be people behind that counter. There'll be two sets of computers with everyone's orders on it. And then the counter will be pretty tall. And then it's all going to have alphabetized slots. So everything will be pre-done and everything. So you walk in and I'm Mrs. Smith. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm here to pick up my my order, right? And you go to the S and pull it out and figure out who they are. Oh yes, you need 2 boxes of white mountain broilers, right? And our staff will go through the doors behind us and they'll find Smith's boxes, bring them out, open them up, say, hey, this is right. And then and then we also will have, the plan is probably on this wall here or that wall. I'm not really sure exactly where we're going to put it at yet, but on one of the walls, I ordered a great big whiteboard, a 4x8 whiteboard, and that whiteboard will have every breed and variety that we have and we offer in the hatchery. And on that whiteboard, it will have what we have available extra that's not sold.
menu.
Menu. Yes, like a menu, right? There you go. That's a good way to put it.
Yep.
It'll be a menu. So it will, because all of the extra chicks will be behind the doors due to biosecurity and everything. But we'll have that on there. So if just hypothetically saying we have an extra 25, Appleyard ducklings, it will be put on there that we have 25 extra Appleyard ducklings. The girls or whoever's working up front, it'll be in the computer that way too. We're going to put everything in that'll sync on a tablet, so then we have a tablet in the back and the computers are also in the back, that when we're counting chicks out, and if you count out one of the breeds that we offer is our hybrid breed is a golden buff, right? It's a big seller for us, and we hatch 1,000 pullets. You put 1,000 pullets into that system, and that system will convey through the entire everything. So that's what will be extra. So if the girls print out an order and they sell 25, it'll automatically deduct right off of that. So then they know that we've got 975 more we can sell. So that'll be really easy. That'll help us be able to, and listen, at the end of the day, someone still may have to walk back and say, how many boxes of these do we have left? But yeah, we're gonna, like I said, like a menu board, and I think that's a real good thing. So when people come in, they can look at that and like, oh, you do have this, and you have this, instead of trying to, for us to, and it'll help too with the people that are actually helping up front. At the end of the day, the people up front could be someone that doesn't know anything about chickens at all, right? Just someone that can just help and very customer service, applying, right? And then they can look at that board and, oh yeah, we do have that, right? And we can.
But there will be someone here that knows something about you.
There might be someone hiding at all times, right? Hiding somewhere, probably.
He'll be hiding. You'll probably find him right out there on the porch. Just saying.
But yeah, so we'll have all kinds of stuff in here. There won't be any live chicks, I don't think. We've talked about different things about putting live chicks, maybe a brooder or something like that. We may down the way. I don't know. Like those mother hen brooders or GQF1, something like that. We may. I haven't decided that. But mainly the biggest thing is like as long as we have a menu board and that what we have available and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what will be here. That's what will be in here. 2 AC units for mini splits, right? There'll be one over
Yep.
there and one over there. These are big units.
Well, also this will be done, and while it has a storefront and the thing, it'll be very welcoming, and there will be there'll be pictures and prints on the wall of
Breeds and varieties that we have in the hatchery.
that we have, and what they're supposed to look like when they're an exhibition stock, because we will sell quite a bit of exhibition stock chicks, and it would just be the breed standard.
We've got some, I think, really important people going to work with us in the hatchery, and especially on the exhibition side. Mike Sayre is going to be one of us that's going to work with us right side by side. I think he is probably going to regret that when he agreed to this about a year ago when I said, hey, I think I'm going to do something.
More than likely I'll regret it, but it won't be the first time.
I think he's probably thinking that Odes was nuts when he came to him a year ago and said, hey, what do you think if I did this? Would you be on board, right? He said, yeah, I'm right there. But anyway, we've got Mike Sayre going to help with us a lot. We've got Terry Britt's going to be on the board with us. And then we're working on a couple other names right now, but those are the two confirmed that are going to be really helping with on the exhibition side, and when it comes to calling and making sure that we're, have the best stock that we can provide people with.
Yep.
That's what we're set out to do. Drive. You'll come up the drive here, and you'll come over to the hatchery, and we'll have parking on this side over here, where people can park here, and then also on the west side, where 6 or 7 vehicles will be able to park, and they'll be able to turn around easy enough and go right out the drive. The drive, when you look down through here, right now it looks kind of small, but it will be wide enough for 2 vehicles to pass, no problem. We're going to make it 20 feet wide. So,
And we're a long way off the road, but you can see this, believe me, even with this corn, you can see this from the road. Because why? It's huge.
it's huge. We are just a little over a quarter of a mile off the road. So it sits way back, and all the breeding barns and everything are behind us, and you'll see that here in a little while. But they're all hid behind the hatchery. And on top, we still have a couple more things, surprises still coming. We're adding 3 cubelos to the top of the roof. So there'll be a great big one in the middle of it, a 4 foot by 4 foot with a light in the middle of it, and 2 smaller ones on the corners. So those are getting made as we speak, and the guys will mount those on top of it for us.
Might be able to see it from Columbus.
You might be able to.
Look north.
We might have to get a hold of the aviation, people,
Yeah.
right? Make sure we turn off the lights in time or something.
Yeah.
So they don't land out
No,
here.
we don't
That
land.
might be one of those things we might have to do, Mike.
Yeah.
There'll be wall packs too, also, on all the walls. There'll be one out here, so it'll be all lit up in the evenings and stuff. So make sure that people, if they were in and out or we're working or whatever it is, because it is long hours, right, Mike?
Yeah. That's what you tell me.
That's what it'll be long hours when we're pulling chicks or moving eggs or candling or setting. Or Mike's gonna be one of the main pullers at 2 o'clock in the morning for all the broiler eggs to have them ready to ship out on Wednesdays. Is what I hear.
Oh, everybody believe that. That'll be huge.
It'll be huge. But yeah, so that's where we're at here. It's moving right along.
Do it again.
It is hard to believe, even for myself, that we have started this project about 5 weeks ago. There's been 5 weeks of what you will all see from start to finish on this to where we are today.
Yeah, it was all cornfield.
It was all a cornfield 5 weeks ago. And we came in, my brother and I, we measured everything out and thought, okay, we need to make it a little wider, so we made things a little wider, put stakes in and brought the big bush hog out, and we mowed everything down. Well, then we realized that the corn was too tall, and there was corn laying everywhere, so we came in with our big machines and scraped everything up, piled it off to the side, and everything like that. Got it down to the bare dirt, as you see here, and then we got the laser out and started running with the dozers and everything to get everything brought up to level where it needs to be. The back breeding barns, the front breeding, or the hatchery, sorry, the front barn here, we didn't have to do anything there. We had to actually add fill to it. But the back breeding barns, we actually had to remove a lot of dirt and pile it up toward the back and to get everything level and stuff. But yes, it is hard to believe that this is 5 weeks of construction work. And what you see here, and there is a lot done.
And
It's actually
we have stills of all that, and we'll put those together sometime
some
too.
kind of trailer or something. Yep, that you can see from where it started as a cornfield and when we mowed it down and everything. Yeah, that's where we are.
See.
Yep. So as we walk down through here, we'll get Mike down first. Don't step in the middle out there, Mike. You might go down in the So as we walk out of here, so we've come through the hatchery now, and we've talked about a lot of different things there. We've talked about the waterfowl barn now, and then as we move around through here, now we're going to look at the exhibition, one of the exhibition breeding barns for all the chickens, and we'll just go from there, right? So behind the building here, we'll also show there's another one of those big AC units, self-contained, and then we also have a 60,000 watt generator that will run off propane, and it's liquid cooled. It will run the entire facility 24/7. So that's another thing that we put in play. It will run every building, every incubator with no problems at all, right? What did they say on Jurassic Park, right? You know, spared no expense, right? That's where we were at when we was looking at a generator. We didn't have no issues. So as we walk into here, right? So this building is another building that is a 40 by 200 foot long barn. This is the exhibition breeding barn for the chickens. This barn here is a little different than the other one. As you've seen, this one has concrete in it, and like we said in the beginning, it'll be all for the chickens. There will be breeding pens down both full sides, 53 breeding pens total inside this barn. That will be 8 by 16, 8 foot wide, 16 foot deep. That will run all the way down through. Same style of barn, really. It's got three exhaust fans, two 36 inches and one 24. They're built on a humidistat also. Each pen will have its own automatic water. They have a bell water for them also, but it's a little smaller one built for chickens instead of waterfowl. They'll be hooked to the water hydrant. PVC will run down through, drop in every one of them. The bin, the feed bin, will be right on the outside here. It will come into an auger there that will have a 500-pound feed cart that will run right down the middle on the concrete, and you'll be able to feed each pen. And then as you're feeding pens, maybe at that time you're collecting eggs or whatever you're doing, right? But anyway, though, so we'll do that. That's what's inside here. All this kind of the same style of pen that we talked about the waterfowl. The chickens won't be able to see each other. There'll be a 3-foot wall that comes up, and then there'll be gates on the front of everything. We'll be able to drive the manure spreader or the skid loader right down through the middle. You'll be able to load everything right out, and helping make things a lot easier to clean and maintain.
And they all move too, correct?
They will all be able to be moved. Yep, if we need them to move. Yep. Insulation in the ceiling, 16 inches deep in the ceiling or thick, and then insulation in all the walls with metal siding. And there'll be a 2x10 also that goes all the way around, so the metal siding will sit down on that about 2 inches on that, so it'll show that treated board. So that any chicken manure is very potent. It'll rust anything no matter what it's on it long enough. So if we put that treated board there, none of the metal is against any shavings or anything like that. Same thing in here with the fans, right? Keep it as dry as we possibly can, right? Not too awful dry, because right, you don't want their feathers and all that, they'll dry them out, but we need to be able to keep the pens dry, and chickens are a lot cleaner than water, not as messy.
Not as wet.
Not as wet, correct. So that'll be, and then also, big thing, I know it will help with the dust, right? Chickens create a lot of dust. It'll keep a lot of that dust and cobwebs and everything out of here. So there'll be vents that go down along the west side, 11 of them, that'll pull air from that side over. So they'll constantly have fresh air. Same thing here, everything's on automatic lights over every breeding pen over. We'll turn the lights on Christmas Day, and build them up to about the third week of January. Then they'll be at full capacity at 17 hours of daylight, and then the lights get shut off automatically. They'll come on at 4 a.m. in the morning, wake them all up, and away we go. So Some of the things I don't think we've talked about, a couple of things is, one of the, I think great things that we do is we work really close with Kalmbach Feed. And Kalmbach Feed, I fed Kalmbach Feed my entire life. I know Mike has fed some of it, and of course ADM and stuff there too, right? But I fed Kalmbach Feed my entire life, and have worked with Kalmbach on a couple different feed rations and things like that. I think it's one of the best feeds you can feed. That's just my opinion. Not trying to sell anybody anything here, right? But I think it's a fantastic feed, and they are on full board with us. They will be. We have several different rations that Eagle's Nest that myself and the original owners have helped design for our breeding flocks that are special designed for us, and they will be delivering it in bulk for us, and also we'll be getting stuff in certain things in bag too if we need to. So. But it will be delivered in bulk, and even our flock holders. I have 14 flock holders that work for Eagle's Nest, right? 14 different Amish families in the Ashland and Mount Victory area. Wonderful people, great people, phenomenal people. They're very on board of staying with us and growing as much as we can grow, or we want to grow, right? They want to grow more, but it's how much capacity can we handle. And they all feed our rations and stuff too. They all feed our Kalmbach feed. So I think at the end of the day, when you're trying to push production, that Kalmbach Feed has done a phenomenal job at proving that, for me at least, right? Great feed. So I guess there was a little acknowledgement for the day, right, Mike?
Yeah, I guess Kalmbach will have to become a sponsor too.
So we didn't mention here a little bit ago though, but the waterfowl barn is all bedded with straw. All the waterfowl is kept on that right there. All the chickens will be bed with shavings. So is what we will be in here. So that'll be easier to keep clean and everything. So that's all the chickens will be bed with shavings.
All right, anything else you want me to?
Clean shavings
Film
means
or-
clean eggs. Clean eggs mean
Healthy birds,
healthier birds and
healthy chicks.
the disinfecting and stuff and all that. Yeah, dirty eggs, that creates a lot of bad havoc in your incubator, so we don't want that. So
Correct.
the cleaner you keep it, the better they come out and the healthier they are. And that's the whole deal here, right? It's
Yep.
healthy.
Do we want to walk down to that end and look
We
out the
can.
back, or?
You just kind of give them the scope. Keep
Yeah.
it running as you're walking.
As you're walking, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll walk down through here so then people can see what do you want to say, the vast scope, the scope of how big the building. So this building that we're in is a little, actually over 8,000 square feet. So we have right now in breeding barns alone over 16,000 square feet of breeding barns. Okay, that's not counting the amount of square footage that we have on our flock holder farms. So we have a lot of square footage, and when Mike and I, we've talked before, right? I talked about the waterfowl barn. Square footage is everything, right? You have birds. At the end of the day, you can't cram something in a small pen and think you're going to keep healthy birds and keep production up. So that was one of my big things is when I started working with my Amish guys and building stuff, and they looked at me like I was crazy when I told them I wanted these massive barns just for exhibition breeding barns.
Yeah, you can't put 40 pounds of crap in a 10-pound bag and expect to get very much out of the end of it. So
Correct.
yeah,
So
you got to go through that. And another reason we're walking through here now is because in 2.5, 3 months I'll do this again, and we'll walk through again and see if you can spot the difference in the sound level as we go through here.
you might need to wear earmuffs, Mike, at that time, or little earplugs. Yeah. You might have to get those for the front.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was one of the things that I poured a lot of time into, and a lot of effort, right, and thinking behind it of exactly how. And then also people see that I can touch here. I don't know if Mike can, probably not, but that's okay, you know. But I can touch. So I'm 6'1", guys, and the building to the ceiling is 8 feet. So we kept low ceilings because when we talked about the other barn, that there is no heat in these buildings. So we kept low ceilings, keep the heat down. We will fill this barn full of birds. They create their own heat. The insulation will be in the ceiling, insulation in the walls, you know. And just so everyone knows too, the insulation in the ceiling and in the walls has all been upgraded. So this is all insulation, upgraded insulation that you would put in a house. Not if you're building just a regular pole barn and wanting, you know, your machinery shed or garage, like, okay, we're gonna put this in. It has all been upgraded to household insulation to hold that heat in.
Hold the heat and also reverse in the winter time, in the summertime.
Yep, is keep the heat out.
It will help the cooling a lot in here, and you can't overstress enough the fans
Yep.
that are in and the vents that will be on this side, and keeping the airflow going. When you keep the airflow, that keeps the dust and keeps the moisture, because moisture is the biggest thing that hurts any kind of fowl. The moisture gets to them more than the cold or the heat. It's the moisture.
Correct.
And that will keep it out as much as you can to keep this at a nice level where we can work in here and they can do their work in here too and just be chickens.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
We have doors on each end too. Just in case the building was so long, a lot of times I've had people asking, well, why did you put a door on the other end? If you're trying to get as many birds as you can. The building is 200 feet long, just in case you never know what could happen. You don't want to talk about things like that, and if someone needs to get in or out quickly, you have the ability to get in or out. Without opening one of the big sliding doors or anything, you get out. And each of these sliding doors are 10 foot wide. The sliding doors and everything too, with part of our production and the birds and stuff, the doors will stay shut all the time. We will not have any natural light in until we are actually done with breeding season, and that allows us to keep that production. And the birds we're controlling.
You also don't have sparrows coming in and out and other vermin coming in and out, so that's part of the biosecurity is you come in and out. The man doors, that's where the mans come in and out.
Yep.
If you do have to do something, you can open a door and get your equipment in and shut the door right away behind you. Because you don't need that ventilation when you've got this ventilation going here, so.
Yep.
Kind of important.
It is very important. And talk about the ventilation, we have 11 vents that go down along the other side. That'll pull air through these two 36 inches and 124. That's a lot of CFMs of fresh air coming in. So and we have had some of the top, I think people in the industry and poultry over in Apple Creek, Ohio, that do this for a living that helped me a lot, of figuring out exactly how many CFMs and everything that we needed to run through this show.
Because if anything, even if you're looking at these buildings in your home, and you're going to build something with anything, if you can overbuild, not underbuild. If you overbuild something, you have more capacity than you need in cubic foot per minute, more capacity you need in the generator, more capacity than you need, because it'd be better not to use something, to need something, and it isn't there. Got something buzzing on me?
Yeah, something there.
Probably a fly.
Probably a fly.
It's the only thing I can draw.
But that Mike is exactly right when it comes to that. And the funny thing is, when you all see these videos, and as we go on through the next several months and into another year and everything, and we grow, is the plan behind this business, right? I've socked a lot of time and effort, and we won't mention even money, but that's beside the point, right? When you're building something, you want it to be the best it can be. But I've already looked at it and said we should have done this bigger. Right? But that's okay, right, Mike?
Yeah.
We don't need it to be, but I thought we should have done this bigger. Because my brain is thinking too far ahead, which is okay, but it's sure has sure been an enjoyable time putting it together, we'll say that. And it's stressful. I mean, it is stressful. I'm not going to disagree with or hide that by any means. I don't think anybody should, right? Because with anything that you do in life, any project or anything, there's going to be some amount of stress that comes with it. If you have no stress doing it, then I need to find you people so you can help me.
Now, anything,
It's good stress.
Everything has stress. There's good stress and there's bad stress, and the stress and the anticipation.
Yeah.
I think the stress comes in not just out of maybe monetarily things as you're starting up and you're seeing that go out, but that it's the anticipation of what it's going to be when it's done, and what it's going to lead to, and what you can do, your little part to help whoever else's dream come true. And I know they're only chickens and they're only ducks and geese and turkeys, but hey, they bring a lot of pleasure to a lot of people. Besides, they keep you nourished. For the food part, but the exhibition part, that's a whole nother story. And we do that because
We like to.
that's what we like to.
We like to. And we got to keep the fancy going.
Yeah, so that's a big part of this too. We're gonna, we will start, we've upgraded quite a bit, and we'll continue to upgrade the different flocks of, well, you'll see whenever everything comes out how much stuff we have. But the different flocks, of upgrading them to where you can go and you can take them to your fair or your local show or whatever show you want to go to, and you can be proud. I mean, you might not be the champion of the show, but you don't look like a buffoon standing there, because what you got fits what the standard says it should be, to a degree that you can go ahead. You can be proud of what you have, and you can start breeding your own. That's the whole thing with exhibition. We're here, but the whole deal is to get you good enough stuff and you like them and you enjoy them and you can breed your own, and you know what's coming out of those can help you along the way, and you don't have to keep going back unless you want to. And if you want to,
We're always here.
Believe me, we'll always be here.
We'll be here. There is lots of things that we'll go into more later on. Of course, as things progress, right, when it gets into the farther into the hatchery, as things come in more put together, there is a lot of things that we will do. Mike is going to be a big influence on a lot of that stuff, and we have some other people that will be announcing later on that are going to be really heavily involved with us. I know Mike said maybe earlier in one of the earlier videos that we have some delivery stuff on Thursdays and stuff. We do have 2 big vans, adding some more things to just help people get what they need on a timely fashion, right? We want to make sure that we're sending a fantastic product and it's getting to your doorstep, with no ifs, ands, buts, right? That's what we're after. So there's a lot more to come, a lot more logistic things that we'll get to announce more and more as people start rolling in, and a lot of the other, maybe we could say big players, right?
Right.
Mike? Yeah. That are going to be really involved in helping us. And keeping me sane.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the tour. We're about going back out in the sunshine. It's lunchtime.
Yes, I think it's lunchtime, isn't it?
Lunchtime.
It's got to be lunchtime somewhere.
But we'll keep checking in. It'll be, we'll just wait until things progress where they look quite a bit different, which won't be long. And we'll come in and we'll kind of give updates on what this is. When we put this thing together, it'll probably be out in a couple part 1, part 2 things. That you can put back and watch at your leisure. We'll be on YouTube, we'll be on Spotify, we'll be on Facebook at the M&M Exhibition Poultry page. There's other pages coming.
Yep.
But that will be here shortly.
Shortly.
But we will have other things coming, and you will see these videos on various platforms. And remember to subscribe, to like, and to share. Thank you.
Thank you all.
And remember, thank you for your attention to this matter. Come to stay at the YMCA. Come to stay at the YMCA.